All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today we're diving into something that's been making a lot of noise lately, AI in finance.
Yeah.
Our listeners sent over a whole bunch of stuff about it, and I gotta say, it's kind of overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, there's this, super-powered financial brain,
Right.
just working behind the scenes in the background of everything.
Uh-huh.
But luckily, we've got you here to walk us through all this.
Yeah, I mean, AI, it really does feel like
Yeah.
we're at this tipping point now in finance where it's not just some, futuristic thing. It's
Right.
it's really starting to change how things work every day.
Okay, so let's start with something that, everybody kind of knows about already, like chatbots and personalized recommendations.
Okay.
This is stuff we see all the time, right? Well, what is actually happening, behind the scenes there?
So it's really all about AI analyzing tons and tons of data,
Okay.
to really understand each customer. You think about it like your spending habits, your income, even things like social media,
Oh.
activity. It can paint this really detailed picture of your financial life.
Yeah?
So AI can use all of that to not just offer you products and services that are tailored to your situation, but even predict what you might need before you even realize you need it.
So it's like basically having a personal financial advisor,
Yeah,
but one that never sleeps
exactly.
and looks at way more data than any person could.
Yeah, and I think what's exciting about that too is that personalized approach.
Yeah.
That could really revolutionize access to financial tools and advice, especially for people who maybe wouldn't traditionally have human advisors.
Right. Okay. This is where it gets really cool. You sent over something about AI acting as a financial guardian. It can spot fraud happening in real time.
Yeah.
There's an example of AI actually catching a fraudster by analyzing their behavior.
Oh yeah, it's called behavioral biometrics. And basically the AI can analyze how you interact with your devices.
Oh, wow.
Your typing speed, your mouse movements, even the pressure you apply on your phone screen. And all of these things are unique to you. It's like a digital fingerprint. And so any deviation
Oh, wow.
from that normal pattern could be a red flag for fraud.
So it's basically like having an invisible bodyguard
Yeah.
for your money, constantly watching for anything suspicious.
Exactly. And I think that kind of security is
Yeah.
becoming so much more important as more and more of our financial lives
Yeah.
are online.
Right. Okay. So this next part was mind-blowing. AI and credit scoring, using what they call non-traditional data to maybe make credit assessments fairer. It even mentioned AI looking at things like your social media behavior
Yeah.
for creditworthiness.
That's right. So think about traditional credit scoring. I mean, that often leaves people out, but AI can consider things like your rent payment history, your utility bills, even how consistently you pay your cell phone bill.
Oh, wow.
So these are things that really demonstrate responsibility,
Yeah.
but they're not captured in a traditional credit report. So this has the potential to open up credit access for people who deserve it, but might have been overlooked.
It's like AI is giving everybody a chance to prove what their actual financial picture looks like, even if they haven't had the chance to
Yeah.
build a traditional credit history.
Exactly. And I think that's a really powerful idea,
Yeah.
especially for people who have been historically disadvantaged by traditional financial systems.
Right. Okay, so speaking of smarter decisions, AI is also making some big moves. In the world of investing with things called robo-advisors and AI-powered investment platforms,
Yeah.
what's the deal with those?
So these are essentially automated investment managers.
Okay.
So you input your financial goals, your risk tolerance, your time horizon, and the AI builds and manages a portfolio for you.
So theoretically, could I just hand over all my investment decisions to an AI and let it do its thing?
Well, in theory, yes, but
Right.
with any tool, it has limitations, right? So AI is really good at identifying patterns and trends, but markets can be influenced by events that are unpredictable
Right.
and human behavior and all those things that AI can't always account for.
So it's more like having a really smart co-pilot.
Yeah.
But I'm still the one who's ultimately responsible.
Exactly.
Okay, so last but not least, the material mentions a lot about AI working behind the scenes at banks and other financial institutions, to make things like loan approvals and regulatory compliance, all that stuff,
Yeah.
a lot smoother.
Absolutely. So AI can automate a lot of these tedious processes. It
Okay.
can analyze massive data sets to ensure compliance and even flag potential money laundering activities.
Huh. So it's like having a tireless army of virtual assistants, making the whole financial system faster, safer, more efficient.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Wow. Okay. So we've covered like a ton of ground here, from personalized banking to fraud detection, fairer credit scoring, and even like AI-powered investing. It really seems like AI is changing everything.
Yeah. And we're just at the beginning. I think what's really exciting is the potential for AI to create this more inclusive and equitable financial system.
Yeah, I like that thought. Well, hey, a huge thank you to you, of course, and also to our listener for sending us all this thought-provoking stuff. This has been a really eye-opening deep dive into AI in finance.
Yeah.
Who knows what the future holds, but I bet it's going to be fascinating. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.